Everybody, it's Craig and Arun, and it is Happy Halloween, October 31st here for Friday action. And if you're out there with your kids, have a good day. How about you win some while you're doing? You can watch it on your phone. You can watch the scores as we're giving out you some winning bets. Before we get to this, I think it's 8, 9, 10 games tonight. Before we get to that, don't forget, if you want in on our best plays, we've got a couple specials for you. One, if you want the NBA plays, you got a special. NBA 15. This is also good. Anything of IC&I, 15% off NBA, NHL, full season, day passes, whatever. The only thing it's not good on is the 2-for-1 because it's already marked at 50% off. 2-for-1 football pass, just $99 get you all of our plays for the weekend, and they're out already. So if you get them right now or tomorrow or even Saturday, I have one that starts tomorrow, but all the other ones between both of us will be on Saturday and Sunday. So make sure you get on that DocSports.com, Craig, Arun. And then don't forget about the premium products here at YouTube Premium. Click the link below to get in on them. This is the extra plays, all the plays that don't quite make that the premium level for us. It's all those extra plays, and you can either get the level 3, 2, or 1, and you can see what these include right here on the screen. All right, let's get right to the NBA action for tonight. You start us off here. I see the Celtics coming off a nice win against the Cavaliers. Now they face a Philly team that has the hottest player in basketball, Maxey. Philly -2, total 234.5. What do you like here?
Well, I mean, look, they went sort of towards the youth movement a little bit, and I think it's kind of panned out, which is good for them. They come into this game here. Philly's only a 2-point favorite. They're undefeated, and they're very quiet undefeated right now, right? You have a Philly team that beat Boston by 1 last time. Boston beating Cleveland, beating New Orleans, back-to-back big wins here. They are 2-3. They do come off back-to-back wins. Maybe they'll continue to step up and do well here. But this is a team that shot 44% from the field last game. They had 24 free throws. It was a game where they dominated them, right? I mean, they had a huge second quarter, and they kind of stayed ahead the whole time. Philly, of course, comes off a nice win against Washington, Orlando, Charlotte, and Boston. But again, Boston has revenge coming in. They just lost to this team by 1 point 4 games ago. And I have to think that Boston's playing better right now than they were before. Keep in mind that they had a lot of guys play in their last game, right? I mean, you think some of these guys you've never even heard of. But, had 8 guys in double figures, and they had at least 10 points each, Craig. From Keita to Pritchard to Garza. All those guys had 10 points. I actually think they step up here and do quite well. I'm going to take Boston here to win this contest outright. All right, Craig. And by the way, just to let you know, Philadelphia in their last game when they win against Washington, they only had 5 guys in double digits. And I think that's the difference when you have 8 guys in double digits versus 5.
Yep.
But of course, I've been taking these small road dogs, and they haven't been panning out, which kind of irritates me. But I do lean here on Boston. Craig, my Atlanta Hawks here, 2-point chalk, 2 to 2.5 point chalk against the Pacers. Hawks are 2-3. They beat them the last 2 times. Atlanta off of a nice win against Brooklyn, but they didn't cover. Indiana played great against Dallas and Minnesota. They covered both those games, but they have not won straight up at all. Who do you like here?
Yeah, Trae Young out in this matchup. Sounds like he'll be out for a little while. It sounds like he avoided an ACL issue, so maybe not out as bad as what it looked when he went down. I don't know if it's a positive or negative, to be honest, for Atlanta, because obviously he doesn't seem like he's necessarily happy there. He's kind of wanted to get out quietly, and they haven't been able to find somebody else that would give them what they want to get him out. So maybe this allows these younger guys to kind of play a little better. And you're facing a Pacers team that's what they've only won 1 game, right? And the problem has been, they've won no games, but they're 3-1 against the spread because usually they're big underdog with all these injuries. This is like 2 injured teams facing each other. I'm going to take the home dog here. I think the Pacers are going to get right here. They had one of the best home courts. We saw that through the playoffs last year. I think it still will be good. These are good fans. Indiana is all about basketball. I like the Pacers here plus the 2.5. The next game, I was completely wrong. Let's just put it out there, at least so far, that I thought the Raptors would be a good team as far as betting. They have not been. 1-4 straight up and against the spread. They face a Cleveland team. Got to be upset after losing to the Celtics last time out. The Cleveland's favored by 7.5 and a total 237. What do you like?
Hard to figure out. Toronto, they've missed 4 straight covers now. They come into this game. They got throttled pretty bad. 18 points at home to Houston. And that was a game that Toronto was expected to play a little better. Be impressed with Houston. They had about 7? They had 7 guys almost 8 guys in double digits. And Toronto hasn't been good, right? Even with Ingram and Barnes and Barrett, that was supposed to be their future They shot the problem here is, Craig, they shot 51% from the field last game and 52% from 3-point land and still lost by like 18. That's not good.
That's hard to do. That's hard to do.
And, this team's not playing any defense right now. Cleveland, of course, comes off that 20-point loss. They only scored 105 points that game, but they gave up 125, and I think that's going to irritate them, especially a 40-point first quarter is not going to bode well for them either. I think what I like in this game is I think these are two frustrated teams, and the total sits at 237. And I think that what you're going to see is Cleveland wasn't able to score a lot of points last game. Toronto can't play any defense at all. I wouldn't be shocked. Toronto, Craig, has given up 122, 139, 121, and 139. I think there's only one way to look at this, and it's going to be a high-scoring affair. I'm taking the over here. Craig, the Knicks here facing the Bulls. Knicks 4-point chalk here on the road against the Bulls, who are undefeated. Little disrespect for the Bulls there. Keep in mind that New York comes off of back-to-back losses, so that should motivate them. Chicago, of course, comes off covering all 4 games, beating Detroit, Orlando, Atlanta, and the Kings. Of course, all 4 of those teams are under 500. Who do you like here?
Yeah, that was the first thing I was going to say. Who have they really beat? The Pistons maybe will end up being something, but they have not been great lately. And if you look at it, the Kings were in a back-to-back, so it's like they've kind of caught everything right. I like the Knicks here. The Knicks put up 71 or 72 in the last game against the Bucks. I was on them. They were killing them in half, up 12, and then they scored 40 points the second half. The wrong guys are shooting threes for the Knicks. Listen, you want to play up-tempo? I'm okay with that, Coach Brown. But you can't play up-tempo and then have an OG shooting threes. He's a drive-to-the-hoop kind of guy. Get to the hoop, shoot mid-range jumpers. I know that analytics people don't like it, but he's not a three-point shooter. Neither is Josh Hart. And that was partly the Bucks playing good defense, leaving the right guys open. I think they'll play a little better. I also think McBride might be back. He's out for personal reasons. They really missed him last time out. Hopefully he will be. I like him either way, but let's hope we get McBride back. I think that would be an extra bonus. Give me the Knicks -4. Cody White has been out for the Bulls. I think this is the game that really cost them with all the guard play from the Knicks goes. Give me the Knicks -4 in this one.
How's it? Sign up for our free $60 of the premium selections, which is docsports.com/ICCT. You get free $60 of the premium selection so you can try us out. It's the best way to kind of thank us for all the hard work that we do, along with liking and subscribing and joining on YouTube Premium.
Next game, Lakers and Memphis. And Lakers, I mean, they've won without Luka, right? Back-to-back games. So it's kind of surprising, or covered at least, right? So you got the Grizzlies haven't been great, -2.5, total 236.5. What do you like here?
Well, Luka's listed as day-to-day, and so is Marcus Smart. I mean, you know how it is. When these stars go out, these other guys get to play, and many times they show up. The Lakers, of course, won. They've won this game last 3 times. Lakers sitting at 3-2. Memphis sitting at 3-2. Lakers coming off that nice win against Minnesota. They beat Sacramento. They beat Minnesota twice. But again, their leading scorer in that game was Austin Reeves. I mean, Reeves, LaRavia, Connect, Hachimura, Ayton, Vanderbilt. They basically won without LeBron or Luka, and Smart, which is just crazy. But this is the indicative of the Lakers, dude. They just do weird stuff like this. They're just not healthy all the time, so we don't really know what this team is made of. Memphis, of course, comes in off of a nice win against Phoenix, but they didn't cover. Another situation, Greg, was -2, but the money line won, but the other one didn't. They did beat Indiana. They did beat New Orleans. I think here's my thing. If Luka doesn't play this game, I'm going to take the Lakers. Okay? If Luka does play this game, then I'm going to take the Grizzlies. Okay. I know that sounds a little counterintuitive, but I would probably say my favorite here is the Lakers. And I would also say keep an eye on the over too, right? Especially if Luka doesn't play. So Lakers or the over, but it all depends on if Luka plays or not. If Luka does play, I'll take the over. If Luka doesn't play, I'll take the Lakers. Denver -4 against Portland. And Craig, look,
Denver's which I don't think Luka's playing, by the way. FYI.
Yeah, I don't see it. It's listed as day-to-day, but you know how it is. Hopefully, these teams, after what's happened with Chauncey Billups and stuff, come out with the truth a little bit earlier, which will help all of us. At least it makes the game look a lot more fair. Craig, the Blaze, or at least shows more interest in the game. The Blazers here, 128-109. They beat these Nuggets last time. Denver's 3-1. The Blazers really let me down because they did beat the Jazz, but they didn't cover my -3. But the Blazers have won back-to-back games against the Lakers in Utah. They're back at home. Last time they were home, they beat the Warriors by 20. Denver comes in playing well. I mean, they opened that loss with the Warriors, and then they, beat Phoenix, beat Minnesota, beat New Orleans. They've won their last 3. Who do you like here?
Crazy. I think the Blazers can win this game. Like I think this Blazers team they're super athletic, super young. And to beat Denver, you have to put up points because Denver can score. You have Joker. He doesn't just beat you hit with his scoring, which he's unbelievable in the paint. He's just so awkward to guard. But he can beat you by getting the other guys wide open shots, dunks, layups. And I think the Blazers have what it takes to score with them. And I think they'll be live underdog late. I'll take the points, but sprinkle on the money line here. I just think this Blazers team, since the Chauncey, suspension, which he's probably going to be fired eventually, but right now he's just suspended indefinitely. They've really played well. It's like they've came together as a team. They kind of a rallying cry. I think they do so again tonight. I like the Blazers +4. Jazz +3 at the Suns. The Jazz have been better than people thought. And guess what? 4-0 against the spread. Phoenix just won 3-1 against the spread. So total 238.5. I have Phoenix as the worst team in the league right now, which I didn't. I thought Washington. I thought the Nets would be that. They're up for that. But I think right now the Suns might be definitely in the West.
Yeah, the problem with Phoenix is they just have no depth, dude. They have no. And this last game against Memphis, I mean, you had, about 5 guys in double digits, but that was it. Dunn just missed the double digits, but they just have nobody. And, at some point, I'm going to tell you, they have Booker and Allen, and that's about it. And you can't rely on what, Marvin Williams? No, dude. Or Mark Williams? No, that's not the answer. So then you have Utah here, who's covered all 5 shares. The problem, though, is Utah just beat this team. So Phoenix does have revenge coming in. Utah is off of a loss, which you got to love. Dude, Utah has not lost back-to-back games this year. And at this point, you can't go against Utah. You just can't. They just have too many guys playing really well. They have a coach who wants to be the new Oklahoma City type coach. You know what I mean? He's putting a lot of young guys, talented guys, and he's running a different rotation now. I mean, just to give you an example on this Portland game, Craig, Phoenix had 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, not Phoenix, but Utah had 12 guys on the score chart. 12 in a game where they lost by 2. So that means he's got a lot of confidence in a lot of players, very similar to what Oklahoma City runs. I'm going to take the Jazz here. All right, Craig, you finish us off here. The Pelicans here, plus 11.5 point dog. The Pelicans are 0-4. They're winless. Just so bad, man. They haven't won a game since you had to go all the way back. They've lost over 10 straight in a row. It's just a mess right now. You have a Pelicans team here that once again comes off a blowout loss to Denver, 88-122. They lost to the Celtics, 90-122 before that. They have not had a cover since April 6th of last year. What can you say? You have a Clippers team that rolls in here 2-2. They did lose that opening night against the Jazz, and they beat Phoenix and beat Portland. And then they lost to Golden State in an ugly game where they only put up 79. Who do you like?
I like the under a lot in this game. I think this might be my play tomorrow, so you might be getting an official play. Maybe. I just think this is a Clippers team that's going to struggle to score at times. They don't play very high pace, and I get it. You got a lot of older guys, so you're trying to get the most out of these guys. But it's tough in the NBA now once you have defenses set. I don't care how good the defense is. Once it's set in half court, tough to score against. You got to get some easy basket transition. They just do not. I know the Pelicans are bad, but I think this play is the under. I would probably lean towards the Clippers bouncing back and covering this game, but I think you leave the side alone. You just take the under 226.5, which if you've been following, that is a pretty low number in the NBA nowadays. So take the under in this matchup. So those are what we have for that's the 8 games we have for Friday. Hope everybody has a great Halloween. Let's make it even better. Get in on our NBA or NHL or any of our sports. If you want, you can use that 15% off code NBA15. If you want the football pass, you can get both Indian Cowboy and myself. Instead of paying $99 a piece, you get both of us, 2 for the price of 1, just $99. Go to docsports.com/Craig, Arun, and get that football pass. There'll be 14 plays. The first play goes out on Friday, a little smaller units, and then everything else will be on Saturday and Sunday. So get in on it. The 15% off code will not work on this because it's already 50% off, but everything else you can use this promo code to get in on. All right, guys, have a great day. We'll see you again tomorrow.